Hey guys, Big Red 310 is here again to give you his new edition of All Sides of the Wrestling World. Got quite a few shows today, quite a lot actually. Yeah, obviously as you guys can see, I'm starting off with TLC because of the numerous of requests I got to review the show. There's like 4 channel comments on my channel alone, comments on several of my videos, whether it be Final Battle video, random videos after Final Battle, my TLC review wasn't up, private messages, oh my god, a lot of private messages. To those who sent me those comments and messages, don't feel bad, I'm not annoyed. It's just that, you know, when you have a large number of people ask you to do a show, and I told you all I was going to do it. I just didn't really understand the impatience. I'm not trying to sound like a dick here, but I was laundered with messages, and I told everybody it was coming. I'm sorry that it took a while. I will admit, I did take a little too long of time, but you guys know I like to combine my reviews, because I feel when you just review one show every single day, it's kind of boring, especially if it's like a bunch of old shows that a lot of people don't care about. I try to do like with the Wrestling Observer with Brian and Vinny. When they do their Tuesday show, they don't just cover SmackDown. They'll cover SmackDown. They'll cover Raw. They'll cover a classic wrestling show from 24/7. They'll cover sometimes Ring of Honor and HDNet. Maybe they'll cover, like they did this past edition, a Dragon Gate USA pay-per-view. They'll cover a bunch of things so the video stays interesting. If I just did a TLC review, honestly, unless it's the day of the show, I don't see a point in doing that. Same with any of these things. So that's why I like to combine my videos into one. So I'm sorry. Maybe you have to wait a while, but here it is. Tables, Ladders, and Chairs 2010. Overall, I thought the show was actually a pretty good show. I actually thought it was the WWE's third? No, not third. I think fourth. I think I said fourth or fifth. I think fourth. Best show of the year. Now, I know a lot of people have been saying it's only a 3-match show. So I can understand that it's a 3-match show for some people. There were stuff that I didn't rate 3 stars that I didn't actually like. But let's get into the show. I thought the opener was a decent match. Probably one of the worst ladder matches I've ever seen, just because you never see a ladder match get that sort of a rating on a pay-per-view. But like the match, nothing was really wrong with it. It was too short in my opinion. They didn't really do a whole lot, but I thought the ladder spots they did, you know, were good enough. The ending did suck, I will admit. I did not like this ending at all. With Kingston and Swagger fighting over the belt falling, and Ziggler grabbing it. Because, I have a lot of stuff to cover. I don't want to get into a tangent on that. I thought this match was alright. But, I don't know. Could have been done a lot better. The Tag Team Women's Title match. I really liked this match. I only gave it 2.5 because it was short. And no matter how good a women's match is, it's still a WWE women's match is. It's still a WWE women's match. But I thought this was the best WWE women's match they had all year. In fact, I'd say it's the third best from both companies, WWE and TNA, if you exclude the Tara, Mickie James cage match and the False Count Anywhere. No, not that one. The first match they had. But yeah, so that's why, like, even though I like this match, you know, presented something different. So, can have Natalya as Divas champion. Definitely a good thing for the company. Definitely a good thing. I don't think the matches are going to get that much better, but I don't think we're going to get shitty matches on every pay-per-view. I think we're just going to get, like, 2-star matches on every pay-per-view. Like, flat 2 stars, which is better than, like, the 1 star, the negative stars, all that kind of crap. Marealla and Koslov versus Nexus. I didn't like this match. I know it was short, but even that, I don't know. Santino and Koslov, they don't do a whole lot for me as a tag team. I understand why they're the tag team champions, and they actually are, like, actually defending the freaking titles. Unlike Nexus, unlike Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes. Prediction, by the way, I actually have a suspicion that Tamina, this whole thing to get in with Santino Marealla, is a plot to get the Usos the tag titles. Like, I don't know, they'll build to a title match somewhere where Tamina will screw over Santino and Koslov, and she will have just gotten in with them to help distract them, to help the Usos get the... I don't know, I think maybe I'm giving WWE too much credit. I think if it goes that way, it'll be fine, because I don't understand why Tamina just turned on the Usos like that. Or maybe WWE just gave up on them already. I don't care. Now we get what I thought was the second best match of the night, Sheamus, John Morrison. This was great. I really like this. A lot of fun. A lot of nice ladder spots. They actually had storytelling and psychology in a ladder match, which is rare. But I guess not. I guess it's not so rare in one-on-one matches. Like they did this thing. Like it was kind of funny. Like Morrison, not only was he selling his leg, but they actually did ladder spots on his leg, which is like very unique. Like you'll see in a regular match, like the guy will work over the leg. Sheamus was working over the leg with the ladder. Like I just thought that was really cool, and the match I thought was just great. I really enjoyed this match, and yeah, definitely a step in the right direction. This match I didn't really like that much. Miz, Randy Orton, I didn't like the finish. I didn't like the second finish either. I don't know. Oh my god, I didn't like this match. I'm not talking about this match. Now we get what I thought was the match of the night. Edge, Kane, Ray, and Del Rio. I thought this was awesome. Good God, I love this match. You know, it was just so much fun. So much fun. It's just nice spot after spot after spot. But everything was just... It was fun to watch. I mean, I understand that the Morrison Sheamus match did have better psychology, but this match was just a lot funner to watch as a whole for me. And, you know, I just really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the way how Kane and Edge were always going after each other. Ray and Del Rio were going after each other, but they found a way to intermingle. I loved they just spot off the ladders through Kane through a table. Del Rio's spot at the end was great. You know, I liked how they brawled to the front of the entranceway to take out Kane, and then Kane came. I liked a lot of things about this match. To me, this match was great. I'm so happy that we made this a four-way, because if these were two singles matches, oh my god, would the score for this pay-per-view be a lot lower than what it actually is. So yeah, I thought that match was awesome. And the chairs match, Cena Barrat, I thought this was all right. I guess I thought it was barely good. Kind of like Cena Sheamus in the cage match, where it didn't really blow me away. It wasn't really something that memorable, but I could recognize that it was a flat 3-star match. Kind of same with this. I didn't hate this as much as I know some people did. I thought it was alright. I kind of liked it for the most part. I liked it being the main event. As much as I thought the TLC match would have been an awesome main event, you know, this kind of made more sense. This kind of has been building for a while. Even though the actual content of the build was fucking terrible, but they've been building it. So anyways, the show gets a 7.25 for me. I know a lot of people are going to be saying, wait a minute, 2 4-star matches, doesn't that automatically get an 8? Normal circumstances it would, but even though I did like the women's match, I kind of enjoyed the opener. And the main event I recognized is barely good. I really can't give anything. I can't give this show above a 7.25. I just can't. Like, I even tried to go 7.5. Nope, can't even do that. Not even with 2 4-star matches on the show. But I did think it was still a good show. I thought it was the WWE's 4th best show of the year. Definitely watched the 2 ladder matches on here. Well, not the 2 good ladder matches. So yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. TLC, I like the show. All right, now we get Fate of an Angel 2. I actually just finished this. Literally, I'm not kidding. 2 minutes before I recorded this video, so my thoughts are a little fresh. All right. The House of Truth versus Bobby Dempsey and Grizzly Redwood. This is actually one of ROH's best openers of the year. That's kind of sad, but I actually thought this was a good match. I thought, in my opinion, this is the best match of all 4 guys' careers that I've ever seen. Ever. And that's including Zack Gowen. So, like, I know he had a resurgence with the Age of the Fall back in 2008, and 2008 had a lot of shows. I'm sure you can find one Zack Gowen random tag match on this random show that got 3 1/4 stars that was better than this. But I don't know. I really couldn't think of anything. And definitely the best I've seen from Grizzly or Dempsey or Michael. Maybe there's a Grizzly match I thought was better, but definitely Dempsey's best match. I just thought this was a lot of fun. Dempsey and Grizzly played their roles really well. They actually, they worked. They got the crowd into it. They got the crowd hype for the show. The Michael Elgin turn on Zack Gowen at the end of the match was done really, really well. ROH was really pushing this guy like they were with Mike Bennett, because those 2 guys were part of the training seminars that they had. Those 2 were kind of the 2 stars of the seminars, Mike Bennett and Michael Elgin. So you can see, look at look what they're doing with Michael Bennett. Like, before he even wrestles full time, just boom, pushing him to the TV title feud with Daniels. I like it. But yeah, I like what they're doing with both Michael Elgin and Bennett. And Michael Elgin, like I said, I think he's really, really good. I think he's really talented. So let's see how that goes. Trial Series match number 4, Andy Ridge versus Mark Briscoe. Another Trial Series match. I don't want to be a dick. I love Andy Ridge, and I thought this match was really fun. I actually thought it was the 2nd best one, and I can totally understand if you think it's the best one. But I don't want to be a dick. I'm just saying, like, what is there to it? I mean, what? Well, let me rephrase that. there's not a lot to it. I mean, you know, Andy makes his comeback, you know, tries to get the spots in, you know, looks impressive in front of the ROH crowd, but it's exactly like how the other 3 matches were. So, like, I'm not trying to crap on the guy. It's just that's kind of the formula of these matches. And I did enjoy this match, actually. You know, I thought it was a lot of fun. Just a little too short, in my opinion. Maybe could have been given 3 stars, so given literally 2 more minutes, 1 more minute. Even probably 30 more seconds, maybe. That's how close I thought it was to 3 stars. Next, we get Sarah Del Rey versus Amelia Kraft. I saw Trademark give this match a 1.5 stars, and I don't know if I can go there. I mean, I know the match was... Oh, my God, this match was short. I mean... Like, if you thought ROH could not possibly give women wrestling less time, oh, you're dead wrong. I think this match got like 3 minutes and 40 seconds or something ridiculous like that. But I'm actually giving it 2 stars because I actually thought it was enjoyable for the most part. I wasn't bored through it. Amelia Kraft is actually pretty good considering that the person is 18 years old. She's 18 and she's wrestling for Ring of Honor. I mean, I know Tyler Black was doing that, but... Now you understand the specialty. Actually, I don't think Tyler Black was 18. I think he was only like 21 or 22. I mean, I know people said at the time that he was 18, but now that he's 24, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense that he was 18 2 years ago. But, so yeah, but it definitely Amelia Kraft, age 18 wrestling. I thought she looked very impressive for the time she was given. And I thought Del Rey and, you know, it was a fun squash. I really enjoyed this. I gave it 2 stars. For a near 3-minute match, 2 stars is an incredibly high rating. All right. Winner gets a future tag team title match. Colt Cabana and El Generico versus Del Nut Express. People are going to think I'm crazy here, but I thought this was the match of the night. I mean, I really like this. I just had a lot of fun with this. Cabana and Generico are a really good team. Del Nut Express, like I said, they've been improving so much. I mean, I know people who follow me on Twitter kind of saw me crapping on them. I wasn't crapping on them. I think people were expecting too much out of their match with the Kings of Wrestling. I really don't think that match is going to be something amazing. I think it's going to be very good at best. It could, maybe it could be great. Maybe they can prove me wrong. But, like, don't think I hate this team. I actually really like this team. I don't know. I thought this match was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. The crowd was going crazy for everything. They were really into all the spots. I just really liked this match. It put a really good taste in my mouth. I really liked it. I liked the finish. I loved everything about it. So yeah, match of the night, I guess. Definitely better than the other tag match. I was so underwhelmed by the main event, but we'll get to that later. Kyle O'Reilly and Adam Cole versus the Bravado Brothers. Another fun match. I also gave this 3 stars. This is the best Bravado Brothers match I've ever seen in Ring of Honor so far. They just looked really impressive in this match. O'Reilly and Cole made them look good, even though O'Reilly and Cole have yet to be made Ring of Honor stars themselves. But you know, it wasn't really a squash. The Bravado Brothers actually got in a lot of offense, and they were dominating. I mean, what am I saying? They were dominating. It's not like they were being squashed, had a 2-minute comeback, and then died. No, they were actually the heels in this match. But good God, my God, you want to talk about Drew McIntyre heat? Yes, Trademark. I specifically said that. I mean, good God, this crowd hated them. Like, they just wouldn't give them a chance, man. Like, I understand that. I mean, Kyle O'Reilly was from Vancouver, I believe, so he was kind of over in this match. But still, like, Jesus Christ, man, anytime the Bravados were on any sort of offense, like, you just heard immediate boos. Whatever. Well, I need to see more of them in ROH. Jay Briscoe versus Thompson. This was very disappointing for me because the live reports made this match out to be like the best match on the show. They made it out to be like a brawl, and it wasn't like that at all. It was your normal wrestling match in the ring. I think they used a few chairs, but they didn't use them themselves. A fan held it up, and Jay hit Homicide against it. I think they threw each other into the barricade. The rest was all in the ring. And really, it was another disappointing Homicide match. What can I say? Another disappointing Homicide match. I originally gave it 3. Then I changed my mind, I gave it 3 1/4. I'm going to rewatch the match again and have my final rating whenever this video is posted. Alright, moving on. Kings of Wrestling versus Steve Corino and Kevin Steen. I'm never big on heel versus heel, especially in Ring of Honor. I feel with all the flashy and high spots that Ring of Honor does in certain matches, it's very hard to have people not cheer for them. And when there's two heels in the ring, I mean, seriously, I know the Kings are cool, but all you're doing is, I mean, obviously the fans weren't going to cheer Kevin's team after he buried Canada, but like there was no building up to anything. I mean, there was the building up to Generico coming out and interfering, yeah, but like, I'm not trying to say it had no storytelling or no psychology or anything like that, but it's just that, like, you know, like when Hero made a hot tag, the crowd was silent, and they should have been silent. I mean, Hero and Claudio are heels. Why should they be rooting for the hot tag on their part? And even in this match, where you'd think, oh, you know, it's Steen and Carino, they're the bad guys. The Kings would play face. They can't really play faces in peril. They're too big on that role, and they didn't really. I mean, Steve Carino was kind of the babyface in peril in this match, and you can bet your ass when he made that hot tag, no one gave a damn either. So like, really, it was just weird. Like, it wasn't bad at all. I actually thought it was a very good match. I thought the chemistry between Steve Carino did some great stuff in this match. Like, I don't know what it was with him. He just clicked on everything tonight. And everything I thought worked with him. Same with Steen as well. I really did like the match. I just thought it was weird. You know, you don't see this a lot. Heel versus heel is one thing, but heel versus heel with freaking these two teams, I mean, it was weird, but I still really liked it. Don't get me wrong. I still thought it was a really fun match, but I to be honest, I did prefer the Cabana Generico tag match more. And the main event, Roderick Strong versus Christopher Daniels, very underwhelming. Very underwhelming. And what saddens me was this match was like, fuck, goddamn, this match was like 35 minutes. It was something ridiculously long like that. It got like 7 more minutes than his match with Davey. And if that Davey match had 7 more minutes, that match could have been 5 stars. I'm not kidding. And this match just, I don't know what it was. I didn't hate it. I enjoyed myself throughout the entire match. I was never bored. You know, they did a lot of good stuff. But it's just that it was like a lot of chain wrestling. And the match never really picked up like until the last 5 minutes, really. The last 5 minutes were pretty good, but like, I don't know, it seemed like you could have chopped 25 minutes out of this match and I would have given it the exact same rating. That is never a good thing, when I can take out that much time out of a match and give it the exact same rating. That's not good. And I don't know, the fans were they weren't really that much into it. I mean, they were and they weren't. They were more into a fan that was chastising Roddy, and then Roddy was so fed up at one point during the match, he even called the fan a cunt. So yeah, like that they were into, like, I don't know, they didn't really seem all into the match that much into the last 5, 6, 7 minutes. I'm not crapping on this crowd. It's the Toronto crowd. They're an awesome crowd. Look at Death Before Dishonor 8. People don't realize that part of the reason that show was so awesome was this crowd. But I don't know, this match just could have been better. And it could have been a lot better. And it kind of hurt the show, in my opinion. But overall, I'm going to give the show 7.5 still, because there are so many matches above 3 stars. I mean, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and very close to 7. Now, like, it's the 3rd anniversary celebration for Defense. For any people who have seen any of those shows, the 3rd anniversary celebration for Ring of Honor, parts 2 and parts 3. Those shows didn't really have, like, a lot of great matches, but they had, like, so many. I don't want to talk ratings language here, but they had so many 3 3/4, 3.5s that you had to give the show an 8 still. But on this one, you know, this one's a little different because of the 3.5s. I was very underwhelmed with one. One of them I thought was a very weird match that the crowd wasn't all that much into. And there's all the 3-star matches, a lot of them are very borderline on that 2 3/4 star level. Like, really, like, when I say that, I'm not trying to shit on the show, but when I say the Cabana Generico match was the match of the night, that's not a good thing. I mean, I did really like that match, but you had those last 3 matches should have been the match of the night, because Cabana Generico wasn't anything blow away. It really wasn't. So, but there's still a lot of good stuff on here, so I really can't hurt the show too much. And even the stuff that wasn't good, I still like. I still like that Amelia Craft match. I still like that Mark Briscoe match a lot, actually. So there's not one match that I didn't like, period. So that's why I have to give the show a 7.5. All right. I don't really recommend it. A lot of people will not give the show the same rating as I will. A lot of people give the show a 7.25. But hey, if you're interested in seeing the show, pick it up. Roddy's first title defense, if that's of any importance. Wow, we're going really long here. Well, let's just keep on going. The ECW pay-per-view. I saw this show fucking in July, but I'll do my best. Anarchy Rules 1999. I thought this show was so much fun. ECW is always such a fun time for me to watch. Then I started Andre Lynn. I thought it was a very fun opener. Chris Chetty and Nova versus Simon Diamond and Tony DeVito. I thought it was a fun squash. And then I thought the New Jack, the destruction of everybody was good. Now let's get to the good stuff. The three-way dance. Tajiri, Little Guido, Super Crazy. This was really good. Borderline great. These three guys just can never have a bad match with each other. They just work so well with each other in the ring. They really, they brought something different. I don't know what it was. I mean, they did kind of perfect that three-way, high-flying type action. I mean, a lot of three-ways by this point weren't really that special. I think this was really one of the first truly amazing three-ways. Not amazing, but it was probably one of the better three-ways up to this point. They kind of helped build the path that would lead to the amazing three-ways we have today, like Danielson, Key, and Daniels, like AJ Joe and Daniels, like Triple H, Benoit, and Michaels. Well, I'm not saying they helped build that match. I'm saying, though, that as far as three-way goes, this was one of the better three-ways I've seen in a while. And they really, and it was something different. You didn't really see a match like this all that often. I really liked it. I really did. I really enjoyed it. Just Incredible Sad Boy, I really enjoyed this one as well. Sad Boy, I believe, was suspended or something. God, I saw the show months ago. And Just Incredible was being the pussy. They didn't want to fight him, but then he finally fought him and he won, which I thought was great. I'm not too familiar with the storylines from ECW 99, but even I knew that was a great idea. It made Credible look really good. And the three-way dance for the ECW title, I love this match. I love how Taz was eliminated first, in the first 3 minutes. And we guaranteed got a new champion. I really liked how they booked it. I thought it was just really awesome. And I gave it 3 3/4 originally, but I bumped it up to 4 just because, this is a pretty historic match in ECW history. And this was a better I just realized just now that I was praising the other three-way dance, and I have another one on here that I gave a higher rating. Although this one, this one was basically Masao Tanaka versus Mike Awesome. Taz was on 3 minutes. But I really did enjoy this match. It was awesome. Great match. The tag title match was it was a minute, 2 minutes. But Steve Corino's really funny. He was cutting promos the whole night. I really love Steve Corino's character. And that's why I still love him to this day. RVD Balls Mahoney, a little disappointing, a little underwhelming for me. But it was still good, I thought. I still gave it a solid 3 1/4 stars. Could have been a lot better, yeah, but I still liked it the way it was. I'd give this show an 8.75. I know you look at the ratings, 4, 3 3/4, 3 3/4, 3.5, 3 1/4. You'd probably be thinking, oh my god, nowadays this would be a 7.75 or an 8. But the show was just incredibly fun to sit through. And ECW is just such a fun time to watch. I always love watching old ECW shows. I still have Heatwave and a few other old ECW shows that I'm going to watch and review for you guys. So yeah, I really love this show. I thought people say this is possibly the best ECW show of all time. I haven't seen Heatwave, so I can't judge. But hey, this one is pretty awesome. All right, now let's get to something that I've been really late on, and I will explain why. Chikara, reality is relative. Okay, I don't know what to say. I've praised Chikara's shipping for a long time, but it took them over a week and 3 days to deliver this to me. Now, I can probably blame my post office for that. I'm not gonna lie, my post office during this time of year, it's very hectic. It's crazy during the Christmas time. So I can understand that, but I'm just saying, that's why I didn't see the show, and I was killing myself because every day I learned something new, a spoiler about the show. And I was like, fuck, man, how long can I go? The only result I knew going in was the main event, which kind of sucks. That kind of ruins the moment. Trademark, do not tweet Chikara results on your Twitter. Trust me, the only people who care enough about Chikara would not want to read the spoilers anyways. And so that, and I knew the ending to the Tim Don's match. Because I knew because people told me Zabata was referee. So I really do not like spoilers for Chikara, because I do really think that this show's, I don't want to get into it now. This video's going on way too long. The opener, Osirian Portal, Jonathan Gresham versus BDK. A really good match. I really like this second best match on the show. Osirian Portal at Chikara Source Rex, if y'all remember, said they were looking for a new trio partner. And Jonathan Gresham, I could see being a great fit for them. I've seen 2 of the other matches of him, one on YouTube and one on the CCW show I saw and reviewed a while back. He's really good. So, yeah, I really like this match. Eddie Kingston versus Trish Stratus. I love this match. It was only 6 minutes, but the power moves were just great. They kept it short. I love the finish. I don't know. This is such a step up above the mint condition match back in February. You know, this ended the feud perfectly, too. You know, it started at a touch of class when Eddie Kingston was saving the Futures now, Mike Quackenbush, from the BDK attack, and he and Torsos had a face-off, and then they fought at the mint condition, which Torsos won. Then he eliminated Torsos at the Cybernetico. Here's their final encounter. This was supposed to be the semi-main event, but Chikara is smart. They put it as the semi-main event last time, and that didn't really go over too well. So they kind of, they decided that it would be a better fit at the number 2 spot, and it definitely worked. It worked a hell of a lot better, in my opinion. The match was really fun. Tim Don's Jimmy Olsen. I like this match as well. A little too short, but Zabato was the referee. That always makes any match good. Tim Don's continues his run of trying to fight all the Young Lions Cup champions. Ultraman Black Hollow Wicked. Again, really good. I also really enjoyed this match. Again, this one was like 6 minutes. This was too short. But it was fun for the time it went, and I really loved the storyline it did afterwards. I'm not going to ruin it, because for those of you who haven't seen it, I think you must see it, because I do think it's very well done, and it does explain the Young Lions Cup a hell of a lot better. Like when the guy made that announcement about O'Barian on Kadama, I was like, holy shit. Well, I guess I could say that, because if you saw the Germans, you know that O'Barian and Kadama were a part of something. And at the Young Lions Cup, O'Barian was in the Young Lions Cup, and they didn't provide a company for him. And at the time, I didn't think too much into it. I was like, oh, okay, it's from some obscure company that we don't know. And then he started wrestling on the Chikara shows, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess they were really impressed with his work. But no, it turns out I guess he was a part of the roster all along, and there was nothing new about him because, well, you have to watch it to find out. But I love that. I love the way they planned that so far in advance. The Colony versus Sarah Reyes and Daisy Hayes. This was like 4 minutes, and I like Mr. Narrator. I do feel bad for Daisy Hayes. She legit got her face busted open in this match, and I was like, ooh, that sucks. And I do, and this match was so short. I mean, I see people give this match a dud. How can you give this match a dud? It was so short and so enjoyable. I gave it 2 1/4. But hey, I really love. I'm a lot nicer. If you guys noticed in this entire video, I'm a lot nicer like on 4-minute, 5-minute matches than most people are. The Roughnecks versus the Throwbacks. This is the only match that I really had a problem with. I thought this match went on a little too long. And the Aftermath, I thought, went on way too long. I mean, good God, they so overdid it. This is me criticizing Chikara. I love you, Chikara, to death, but I thought you guys overdid it at the end of this match. I was like, oh my gosh, it's taking too long. Let's go. Let's move it on. But you know, they are trying to build to like the blow off feud match between these guys at Chaos at the Lost Souls. But we'll see what happens. I did think the match was alright. I should have went on too long. The Aftermath went on extremely long. Binge versus Colin Danielson. Okay, I like the heat in this match early on. These guys treated it like a grudge match. This match had been building for a year, and if you really want to be technical about it, 2.5 years, if you include when they first formed the Unstable. And I was really excited for this match. They brought the heat early. They treated it like a grudge match, and then like somewhere along the line, you know, they just kind of slowed it down, and then the match just kind of ended. You know, it was only like 10 minutes. The first 3 minutes I thought were great stuff. The last 7, not so much. I'm only going to give it 2.5, unfortunately. I did enjoy it at the beginning, but really, towards the end, I don't know. I don't know what it is about Vin Gerard. I mean, during the feud with the Osirian Portal, like, he was actually trying in his matches to put over the storyline, and he was having really good matches. But does that really mean he does not have to try in any other of his matches? I mean, really, it just makes... Especially when they're in the semi-main. I mean, come on. You're in the semi-main. You can, like... whatever. I thought this match was alright. Next, we got the main event, which was great, in my opinion. I mean, it was great. It was only 9 minutes long. The BDK versus Quackenbush and Jigsaw. Everything about this was great. From Zabato, from the Vink Vavasour, from what's his face, Dieter, from Jacob Hammermeyer, from Bryce. Everybody in this match just worked so well together. And I loved, one of my favorite things about this match was when Mike and Jigsaw came out, Delirious came out to attack them like they've done to everybody that the BDK has had a title defense against. And then Eddie Kingston comes out and takes out Delirious and takes him to the back. I thought that was awesome. And then Mike got the immediate quick pinfall on Aries. And then through tactics and cheating, and then Bryce gets knocked out, and Zabato comes in the ring to officiate, because Zabato was supposed to be the referee. Dieter was going to make him the referee, even though he had already refereed a match early in the night. And the new director of fun, Vink Vavasour, you really have to read the blogs. I tell a lot of people this. The blogs to Chikara are essential to understanding the storylines. Essential. I mean, seriously, they're really important, and no one reads them, which is really a shame because you really have to read them to get the full story. All this Dieter stuff, you won't understand any of it unless you've read the blog for the past few months and how Dieter's being replaced because even the stockholders or something like that realized he was being biased and it was hurting the product, and they wanted to bring a third-party outsider, which was Vink Vavasseur. And so, like, he said, no, Zabato can't be the referee, Bryce is the referee. And once Bryce got knocked out, Zabato came down to be the referee, and then he counted a quick pinfall to give Claudio Neres another fall, one fall. So they're tied 1-1. I'm not going to say what happens. I'm not going to ruin the end because the ending is amazing. But the whole match was just incredible. I give it 4 stars. I really loved it. Now, the whole show I'm giving a 6.75. You know, I will admit, it's a 2-match show. I mean, there's nothing I can say about it. But the stuff that wasn't, like Fate of an Angel, the stuff that wasn't 3 stars, I still enjoyed. I enjoyed matches 2 through 5. It was only 6 and 7 that I kind of had a problem with. And 7, and since those 2 were later in the card, that kind of hurt the show a little for me. But yeah, I'm happy to give the show 6.75 with these ratings. You see, if you're a follower of Chikara storylines like I am, like Nightmare Baller is, like Emerald Flosion, like Sanders, like Mr. Narrator, you will realize that it's not just about enjoying the show. The more you watch, the more you care about these storylines. And if you just watch it because you just watch Chikara, you just want to watch a Chikara show, it's not going to mean as much to you as if you've been familiar with the storylines. So that's why, like, I haven't seen anybody give the show a bad rating, even though, like, their match ratings are really similar to mine, but everybody I've seen has been, like, 7, 8. Yes, I've seen 8s, 6, 7, 5. The only person I know that's gone below, obviously, is Trademark, who gave it a 5.5. But, like, you know, he hasn't, you know, we've talked about this. He hasn't really been, like, following it for the longest. The storylines don't have the same importance to him as it does to me and other people. But yeah, I thought this was a good, alright show, you know. I still give it 6.75. And I still recommend it because I feel every Chikara fan must get the season finale, no matter how good nor how bad it is. That's just my personal opinion, because it really does wrap up a lot of the storylines for the year. It's like a TV show. You don't watch the entire season and skip the season finale. You don't do that. I think this show is essential to all Chikara fans, and that's part of the reason why the rating's a little boosted up. God damn, we're going a long time in this video. Okay, all my guest booker. Okay, I have a bunch of you shoots and guest bookers and Wrestling Observer shoots with Abdul the Butcher, which I really wanted to review, but I don't. This video is going on too long, so I'm gonna do the only relevant thing of this entire list. Ring Roast 3 with Jim Cornette. I finally saw this. I thought it was funny, actually. I really enjoyed it. It's my first roast, so maybe I'm not judging this properly. I thought a lot of people that they invited to do it were funny. The funniest people were, one of the comedians was hilarious. He was the one that went on second to last. He went on before Missy Hyatt, who went on last. Missy Hyatt was good. The second comedian I thought was the best one. The third comedian, I guess, who went on second to last. He was the best one. They brought in like 3 random comedians who had to research Jim Cornette, research all the other people who were doing roasts, and do their own roast. And the third comedian I thought was excellent. I thought Missy Hyatt was excellent. I thought Al Snow was excellent. And I thought Eugene Dismore was excellent. And a few other people as well. The first comedian was good too. The second comedian, I didn't think he was that bad, but like everybody at the roast thought he was. Like all the people they just made fun of him for the rest of the night for how bad his thing was. And I don't really think it was that bad. Same with Prince Nana. Prince Nana's was alright. I actually laughed at a few of his jokes, but a lot of people didn't. And I was just sitting there like, oh, this is awkward. I hate it when people tell jokes and there's a whole room and no one laughs. It just makes you feel so weird. And like, but I thought they were funny. I didn't think he was the worst one. I thought the second comedian was the worst one. And Hardcore Holly didn't even do a roast, which I thought was smart, but he didn't. The Midnight Express did something funny. Oh, and Dutch Mantel. Dutch Mantel was also awesome. He was also really funny. And then Jim did a roast back to all of them, and that was great too. So I enjoyed myself. I thought it was funny, but you know, like, there were a lot of slow parts. I'm not gonna lie. My overall rating would be a very good, not a great, not an awesome, not a really good, but just, I guess very good is better than really good, but very good. I did enjoy it, but like I said, there were some slow parts, so I'm not gonna praise it too highly. But yeah, it was really good. Like maybe other people who are bigger fans of roasts might enjoy this more than I did. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of roasts, but I was laughing a lot during this. I was laughing a lot. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, Ring Roast 3 to Cornette, very good. Chikara Reality is Relative, 6.75 out of 10. But like I said, I still recommend it because I still recommend it for people who've been following Chikara all year because you have to get to see the finale. But would I recommend it to a random wrestling fan? Hell no. Fate of an Angel 7.5, TLC 7.25, and Anarchy Rules 8.75. So yeah, I guess that's it for now. I'm Big Rad 310. Sorry to drag on this video as long as I did, and to think I was gonna cover 5 other shoot interviews. That would have been funny. All right, I'm out, guys. See ya.